Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Walt here from Down the Block Sports, and today I want to talk about the NBA. The trade deadline is just a few days from today, and a two-time All-Star has been traded to the West Coast. What I want to talk about today is who that player is, who he was traded for, and how this will affect both teams in the future. Again, I'm Alec Walt. This is Down the Block Sports. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more of my exclusive content. Yes, we have a massive trade in the NBA. The Indiana Pacers are sending Domantas Sabonis, Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday, and a 2027 second-round pick to the Sacramento Kings in exchange for Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. This pairs De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis in Sacramento. So the Indiana Pacers are in full rebuild mode after a terrible 2021 and 2022 season, sending Tyrese Haliburton and Domantas Sabonis for the trade deadline. And the Kings, who aren't a very good team, are buying, and no, they're not buying for the rest of the 2022 season. This move has future written all over it, and all to keep their star player De'Aaron Fox happy. The Sacramento Kings have not been great for NBA players over the last, decade plus. I mean, we've seen players come to Sacramento, be very vocal about being upset. And, last thing the Kings wanted to deal with was having their star player, De'Aaron Fox, now or in the future, demand a trade. This puts the Kings in a situation where they're looking to build a winner around De'Aaron Fox, and going after someone like Sabonis is an absolutely brilliant move. Sabonis is someone who's going to make an immediate impact in their front court, one of the smaller front courts in the NBA, and Sabonis is a star, and his stats say it all. I mean, he averaged 18.9 points per game, 12.1 rebounds per game, which is fourth in the NBA. And for someone who's over nearly 7 feet tall, he's someone that he's one of the better passers at the position in the league. I mean, he's averaging 5 assists per game coming from the power forward center spot is an absolutely great production. So he's going to take a lot of pressure off the Kings in multiple areas. He's a guy that can be a secondary scorer alongside, or a primary scorer alongside De'Aaron Fox. He's going to take some of the playmaking pressure away from him, as he's one of the better passing big men in the league. And for a team that isn't huge in the front court, he brings a great rebounding presence. Now, he's not the best rim protector, not the best defender, but he is an all-star level caliber player pairing up with another all-star caliber player in De'Aaron Fox. Now, this trade kind of reminds me a little bit of the deal that was made last offseason with the Chicago Bulls and the Orlando Magic. They're a team that, Zach LaVine was a star player, didn't have the right pieces around him in Chicago. They make the solid move, prove they want to build the winner, and then find the free agents in the offseason. Now, do I think the Kings are going to be aggressive in free agency? No, I think that this move more reminds me of getting the star player there to make the star player currently happy on the team. But you got to give the Kings credit here for a team that really doesn't have much going for them from a future standpoint. It seemed like Buddy Hield was very unhappy. Now he's in Indiana. Tyrese Haliburton was actually vocal about changing the culture in Sacramento, and now he's obviously on his way to Indiana. But for a team that wants to build a contender in the Western Conference, no, they're not the Warriors. No, they're not the Suns. No, they're not the Grizzlies. And, we'll see if Paul George returns here for the LA Clippers to see where they stand in the Western Conference. But for a team that needs to compete with some of the top dogs in the league to be relevant, they now have 2 stars with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. Now, looking at this from Indiana's standpoint, this deal was not done unless Tyrese Haliburton was included. Now, we have also seen reports that Tyrese Haliburton or Miles Turner is happy with playing alongside someone like Tyrese Haliburton. That's going to make a lot of sense because when we looked at Indiana's perspective, they really have 1 or 2 more star players they could trade. One of them is Miles Turner, who's currently injured, may not move before the deadline, but we're hearing that he's happy with this decision. You look at the future here for the Indiana Pacers. They added draft picks in the deal for Tyrese Haliburton. They had an excellent draft pick this year with Chris Duarte. Now they have Tyrese Haliburton, 2 very solid young guards who could be foundational pieces here for the Indiana Pacers. It's nice to see a team actually add future assets in a trade because Portland's just been dumping away players, making very questionable decisions. You look at this decision, yes, it sucks to see someone like Domantas Sabonis go, but you have a young guard who's proven he can be an everyday starter in the NBA. That's huge for an Indiana Pacers team looking to go in a different direction here with this rebuild. Now, Who's the winner? It's tough to really say right now because I don't really hate this decision for either side as it currently stands. Sacramento was looking for a second star with De'Aaron Fox. They added that type of player. Indiana's looking to rebuild and find some other pieces to go with guys like Chris Duarte. Maybe they keep a Miles Turner. They add a Tyrese Haliburton, who at the age of, I believe, 21, is averaging 14.3 points and 7.4 assists per game. I mean, that's 11th in today's NBA. I mean, we'll see how things pan out. Obviously, when you look at Indiana, they still have Malcolm Brogdon. They are loaded in the backcourt there. But, you also had a piece like Buddy Hield, who's one of the better shooters in today's NBA, and you could possibly flip him for more assets in the offseason when he's available for trade again. So, a lot of this determines on how good this makes Sacramento, because we've seen Sacramento make massive moves before and things really not pan out. I mean, their organization's not one of the best in the NBA. They're constantly filtering in coaches. It's not a massive free agent destination. Maybe this changes with a Sabonis here in the mix, but if 2 years down the road from now and Sabonis is having his deal expire and Sacramento is still an irrelevant team in the Western Conference, I mean, you gave up Tyrese Haliburton, one of the better young guards in today's NBA, to make this deal happen. Now, if you look at it from Sacramento's standpoint, and this is the true second star, and they can finally finish, top 6, top 7 in the West, good for them. It's kind of tough to determine how far this takes them because Sacramento doesn't have the best role players surrounding some of their 2-star players. Obviously, losing the 2 other guards is huge. We'll see how Harrison Barnes looks in this mix. There's still other moves that need to be made for Sacramento to really take that next step as an organization, but you got to give the Kings credit. A small market team, a team with a star player who never really had the right talent around him to win. They had Domantas Sabonis, a double-double machine, one of the better big men in today's NBA, to pair with him and hopefully build a contender there in Sacramento. So hopefully the Kings don't screw this up and we have a true pairing here that we can see for a while. It's going to be nice to see De'Aaron Fox playing with other star players in the NBA. We'll see what they do with the rest of this roster. What do you think of this trade between the Indiana Pacers and Sacramento Kings? Feel free to give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more of my exclusive content. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you very soon.